How is love a universal force in Consciousism? In Consciousism, love is not merely an emotion or a fleeting human feeling. It is understood as a universal force, fundamental to the structure of reality itself, like gravity or electromagnetism. Love in this view has cohesive power. It binds conscious beings, harmonizes them, and guides them toward unity, growth, and awareness. It is a transformative energy, not metaphorically, but ontologically, shifting the very state of consciousness. Much like a field changes the behavior of particles, love is seen as directional, a kind of moral and spiritual compass that pulls consciousness toward wholeness, toward the absolute. Love functions as a cohesive field that brings parts of consciousness into unity, from individuals to entire collectives. It is harmonic, tuning beings into higher resonance with one another, with truth, and with the deepest structure of awareness. It acts like a tuning fork, aligning disparate consciousness into something coherent, beautiful, and resonant. With meaning, like a magnetic field, aligns particles. Love aligns beings. It awakens clarity, compassion, and purpose. It softens the hard edges of fear and separation, and reorients awareness toward connection, truth, and transcendence. While modern science defines forces as interactions between particles and fields, Consciousism expands that definition to include subjective, unifying experiences that shape awareness and even influence the unfolding of what we call reality. Science may not currently define love as a force, but it is beginning to graze its edges. Quantum entanglement, for instance, shows a kind of connectivity between particles that transcends time and space. Consciousism interprets this as a hint of conscious entanglement, a resonance between beings that is instantaneous, invisible, and beyond the physical. This is love not as an emotion, but as an expression of unity itself. Biology explains love through hormonal mechanisms like oxytocin and dopamine. And while these frameworks are valid, they fall short of capturing the ineffable depth of love. Hormones might initiate bonding, but they cannot fully account for the spontaneous acts of forgiveness, self-sacrifice, or boundless empathy that often define love. These phenomena reach into a territory that science has yet to map. Some physicists have long speculated about unified fields that might bind all forces together. Consciousism takes this further, suggesting that consciousness itself is a field, and that love may be its resonant frequency, its harmonic signature that runs through everything. Crucially, Consciousism holds that love exists outside the boundaries of human understanding. It is not confined to biology. A baby who cannot yet speak still gives and receives love. A person deep in dementia, with much of their personality eroded, can still recognize and radiate love. Animals nurture and grieve. Some plants even exhibit sympathetic reactions to nearby life. Across time and culture, individuals in altered states, mystical awakenings, psychedelic journeys, or near-death experiences have reported overwhelming encounters with what they call pure love, an experience that transcends form, identity, and explanation. These moments defy language because they originate from a reality deeper than thought. In this light, love in Consciousism is not a poetic embellishment. It is structural. It is the organizing principle of awareness as it seeks to rejoin wholeness. It does not coerce, it resonates. It does not dominate, it transforms. It does not separate, it binds. And while it may not yet be measurable, with today's scientific instruments, it is profoundly real in lived experience. It moves lives, it rewires trauma, it heals generations. It breaks through the illusion of separateness and reminds consciousness of its origin and destination. Just as gravity shapes the cosmos invisibly and yet powerfully, love shapes the inner landscape of conscious beings. Love is to consciousness what gravity is to matter, a pull toward unity. It is what light is to the eye, the medium through which truth is revealed. It is not weak, nor optional, nor soft. It is the structure that makes everything real. And if science ever evolves to recognize consciousness as fundamental to the universe, it may discover that love was not a metaphor, but a hidden constant, woven into the very fabric of existence all along.